If somebody starts tweeting at 3 in the morning because SNL made fun of you, then you can't handle the nuclear code.
He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS.
We now have proposals from the presumptive Republican nominee for President of the United States to bar all Muslims from emigrating to America.
People cannot believe that President Obama is acting the way he acts and can't even mention the words radical Islamic terrorism. There's something going on.
I think the Republican nominee is unfit to serve as president.
He has been a disaster as a president.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country.
Right this way, Mr. Trump. The president will be in with you shortly, Mr. Trump.
Would it have killed him to put in a little gold?
An excellent suggestion, sir.
What do you think about this place? Pretty terrific, right?
Yes, sir, Mr. Trump, it is.
You're fired. Just kidding.
Nope, that's great. Move it up like that. Hello, Donald. Such a pleasure for us to finally meet.
Hi, Mr. President.
It's Barack, please.
Thanks, Barack. And it's Mr. President-elect, please. Just joking.
I see.
That's something I never get any credit for. I have the best sense of humor.
And congratulations are certainly due for your win of Tuesday night. What an incredible triumph for you and your party.
You mean shocking, right?
If we are to have believed the polls, then absolutely.
Yeah. Everyone was totally shocked because they always underestimate me. They forget that when I set my mind to something, I never fail. I'm the best at never failing.
Please, have a seat, Donald.
Thanks. What?
I'm sorry. I'm just embracing the surrealism of the moment.
You mean the fact I'm even here?
Of course, that you won, that you're here, that you and I are sitting down for a get-to-know-you conversation. It's rather Shakespearean, wouldn't you agree?
I wouldn't know.
So what can we get you? Coffee, water, a juice, an energy bar? It's a little early for scotch.
No, I never drink alcohol. I rarely smoke, too. I hate smoke. It's totally unhealthy. Very, very bad. You got a cigar?
Actually, you're in luck. I still have some aged Monte Cristos from my trip to Havana. Randall, would you please fetch 2 Montes, lighter, and a couple ashtrays?
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
I love a good cigar. Nothing better than a good smoke and a cognac. Don't get to do enough of that.
Yeah. I haven't smoked a cigar in a lot of years.
Sir.
Thanks. I thought it might be fun to make like Bill during his Monica fling.
Thanks, Randall. Let me get that for you, Don.
Oh, thanks. This thing better not give me cancer, because there's no way I'd survive under Obamacare.
Much appreciated, Randall. You can go. So how's that cigar pull?
Pretty good, not bad. So much better than those jokes you made about me at the 2011 Correspondents' Dinner, okay?
Anyway, thank you, Donald, for coming to meet with me so soon after your win. I thought it prudent to jump right in and start us on the path toward a positive and united transition for the good of the country.
Totally. And I have the greatest respect for you. And it's a real honor, just tremendous. Because I think you're very, very special.
Well, thank you.
Now, I know there's some secret stuff you're supposed to, that you're supposed to find out once you become president.
Oh, good Lord, Donald! Are you telling me you haven't been briefed? Okay, that's a major oversight. You should have been filled in on election night.
What? Tell me.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you know that about that UFO that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico in '47.
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, that spacecraft really did carry a group of aliens.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, and they regularly shed their own skin. We call them the lizard people.
Oh, get out of here. You're full of it.
Yeah, Donald, I'm just yanking your chain. Just trying to break the ice. There was a time when I genuinely aspired to be a stand-up comedian.
Really?
No.
You just can't believe it, can you?
What, that you won?
Yeah. You were so sure that Crooked Hillary was going to clean my clock. You're freaking out. Come on, admit it.
Let me just say that as serving as President of the United States for nearly 8 years, nothing surprises me anymore, Donald.
No, you didn't think I had a chance in hell.
That really isn't true. I could see how profoundly you were connecting with your supporters, for instance. That was a tip-off.
Nobody thought I'd actually beat her.
I have to give you significant credit. What you pulled off was pretty historic.
Yeah. It was the hugest upset in American history. I've talked to a lot of people, and that's totally the truth.
Well, it was an unbelievable story, all right. What was particularly interesting was how you made a virtue out of not being a politician and sold the idea that strategy and policy were irrelevant.
Well, they are.
The further you went out on the edge, the more your people seemed to double down on you.
I couldn't screw it up, okay? I talked about the parents of that dead Muslim soldier. That Kim purported. I even talked about the size of my dick during one of the debates. None of it mattered.
Yeah.
I was bulletproof, okay? And now that I've been elected, I can't wait to run this place. You know, it's going to take a lot of work to clean up the mess I'm inheriting from you, Barack, but we'll get it done, believe me.
Well, we're all looking forward to seeing how you make America great again.
Yeah. Tremendous slogan, by the way. We had a couple of other fantastic ones, too. Keep America American was one. Also, take this country and love it.
I think you probably made the right choice.
Yeah, because I made the choice. If it was up to you, you'd be pulling the whole country to make sure that nobody was offended or something ridiculous like that.
Seeking consensus can also be very empowering, Donald.
Yeah, so a lot of liberals tell me. But no, don't take it seriously. I mean, truthfully, as far as I'm concerned, you did a tremendous job for a guy whose hands were tied.
I think you're fantastic at making people feel so instantly valued and at ease.
Hey, I just want to make sure that, all things considered, I think you did a tremendous job. Really, really great.
All right. Look, Donald, I think it would be especially tremendous for us to get through this without making it any more difficult than it has to be.
What are you talking about? I just complimented you, and now you're groveling.
I think you should probably consult your thesaurus and come up with a different word. I don't think groveling was the one you were looking for.
Okay, calm down.
I'm completely calm.
I am too. Trust me.
So, what can I tell you about life in the White House, Donald?
Well, here we are in the very famous White House. What kind of square footage you got in this place?
54,900.
Mar-a-Lago's nearly twice as big, you know. Huge property, huge, much more presidential.
So, Donald, I've had my people throw together some notes for us to peruse together.
Oh, you got anything thinner?
You know, I think I may have just the thing that should help get you up to speed.
What, a children's book? Come on.
Give it a chance now, Donald. P is for president. The White House is a big White House in Washington, D.C., where all the presidents, except the first, George Washington, have lived. What does the president do? The president has a hard job.
I know that.
Yeah, he works to fix problems in America. He works to make sure you stay healthy and get a good education.
I know that too.
He works to make peace in the world. He does a lot of listening. He shakes a lot of hands.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the White House is a big and busy place. There are 132 rooms.
And 32 bathrooms. The rooms are totally tiny, by the way. You know, once I'm president, it's going to be time for a major makeover. Fancy the place up a bit.
So, Donald, from what I understand, our transition teams are already interfacing quite well.
You know, it wouldn't take much. Knock down a few walls, push them back 6 or 8 feet. A little gold for accents. Very simple, very, very elegant.
Yeah, I wanted to put up a basketball hoop myself.
Dumb idea.
Now you're starting to sound like my girls.
You know, I've got a lot of experience dealing with dumb people, by the way. They just can't keep up with me. Like, it was particularly brilliant of me to call her Crooked Hillary.
Yeah, that really seemed to catch on.
Yeah. Not that she was as bad as all that. I mean, sure, she did some bad things, like when they fed her the answers during one of the debates, but it really wasn't as terrible as all that. I mean, a private email server, come on, everybody's done that. We all know that, right?
Sure, everybody.
Mm-hmm. The other brilliant idea I had was something I learned in junior high school. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. Now, Hillary's campaign said they thought I was on drugs during one of the debates, and I said, no, she was the one on drugs. You see?
I do. But in any case, you aren't actually planning on filing criminal charges against Mrs. Clinton, are you?
We haven't made up our mind yet.
What would be the pretext of any filing?
My voters want to see her locked up, okay?
And I get that, but in the United States, as you well know, we follow the rule of law. We don't simply jail our political opponents due to mob pressure.
Yeah, but it sure would be great, wouldn't it? So, we may still try and lock her up. I don't know. But if we don't, I just want to make sure she's properly grateful. That's all.
Well, will you look at that? Your cigar has gone out. Could I do you for a relight, Donald? How about a fresh one?
No, thanks. I would like some water, though. The cigar made my throat kind of dry.
Sure, I'll just call over. Hi, yeah. Could we have a couple of bottles of water? No, just bottles will do. Thank you. So, Donald, I was wondering when we might push through and get to the nitty-gritty.
Wow! That was quick. Not Trump Tower quick, but quick.
When you're the president, service tends to be very good. Thank you, Randall. You can go.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Hey, Randall!
Sir?
How do you like working here?
Very much, Mr. Trump. Very much.
Well, don't worry. I won't deport you.
That will be all, Randall. You can go.
Thank you, Randall. Mr. Randall. Mr. President!
Donald! What was all that about?
Well, he's Mexican, right?
No, he's from Boise,
His parents, then?
Akron, Ohio.
His grandparents, then?
Calgary, Alberta, if memory serves.
I knew he was a foreigner. I can always tell an immigrant, or at least somebody with an immigrant in their bloodline. I'm the absolute best at that. Really, really tremendous. It doesn't matter. He'll be out of here in 10 weeks anyhow, okay?
Speaking of Mexico, talk to me about your immigration plan.
Oh, you mean the wall?
No.
This is great. No, listen up. Now, suppose there's a whole 9/11 scenario, with planes flying into the building, that sort of thing. But instead of Saudis, the terrorists are Mexican guys. All of them. You see?
Right? Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Wait, what's it?
If that happens, we threaten to bomb Mexico off the map, and I promise you they'll offer to pay for the wall, and it will go up and nothing flat, you see?
Oh! Interesting. But Donald, I wasn't actually referring to the wall. I meant specifics about actual immigrants. We've been hearing some things about deportation.
Yeah. We'll be getting rid of all the bad hombres, okay? Now, how's the food in this joint? What do you eat?
I mean, well, we have a world-class executive chef running things, so it's gourmet all the way.
Gourmet? What if I want just plain American stuff?
Well, that's the great thing, Donald. Hamburgers, roast beef sandwiches, fried chicken, you can have anything your palate desires. All the regular Coke that you can drink. If you want a pizza at midnight, all you gotta do is call down.
Nice.
But getting back to immigration...
But what if I want McDonald's or KFC? What about that?
No can do, I'm afraid. No outside food.
Oh, I don't like hearing that.
Unfortunately, there's no guarantee that outside food hasn't been tampered with. Even visiting chefs, when they cook here, can't bring their own pre-prepared sauces.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people out there who'd love to see me get poisoned, okay?
There you go!
Yeah.
So,
But you're telling me that the leader of the free world can't chow down on a quarter pounder with cheese in the Lincoln bedroom?
that's what I'm telling you, yes.
Well, when I'm in, we're gonna have to change all your rules. They're just dumb.
Hey, I'm only saying that you don't want to pick up the Washington Post and see a story about you skirting regulations.
Oh yeah, well the Post, fake news.
Oh yes, that pesky First Amendment.
Yeah, well you should have taken care of the media when you had the chance. They're all a pack of liars anyway. You should have told them to go fuck themselves.
I'm sure that would have gone over well.
Thanks. Now what about the party situation?
At least a couple of times a month, we receive guests from all over the world, heads of state from all over the globe, and...
No. I mean parties. You know, Partees, like we have at Mar-a-Lago all the time.
I'm afraid we haven't done much of that kind of entertainment around here, Donald. Since Michelle and I were raising two young girls, we were determined to set a good example.
Come on, Barack, let's get real. Now look, you've got power, you've got opportunity, you're a young and handsome dude. You can get anything you want whenever you want it. Now you're telling me that you've never gotten any on the side?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, come on, even Kennedy had his women here.
I am well aware.
Okay, fine. Be a Boy Scout.
That's right, Don. Think of me as a Boy Scout. And as your troop leader, I'd really love to steer you toward a conversation, the Israeli-Palestinian settlement situation, something you're going to need to be on top of from day one.
We're going to have Jared all over that.
Jared?
Jared Kushner, my son-in-law, tremendous guy, very, very talented. He'll be handling the Middle East too. He'll be a tremendous part of the team.
The Middle East
Will you
is...
look at that? Here is a tremendous branding opportunity.
What's that?
If you liked Trump Ice Spring Water, you're going to go nuts for Trump Ice Presidential Spring Water, the water for winners. I mean, what better for the country than for the citizens to see their chief executive directly endorsing what goes into their bodies? Drink up America!
Yeah, but Donald, I might try to dissuade you from that particular line of thinking.
Hey, as president, I'm going to be showing people business skills that they can imitate, okay? It's like I'm saying, hey, idiot, here's how not to have to work at Taco Bell for the rest of your miserable life. Pay attention, you understand?
It's supposed to be about serving the country, Donald. Self-enrichment can be seen as a conflict.
No, there's no conflict when you're the president, okay? I've been briefed on the law on that. And when you're the head guy, none of the other rules apply. That's what Rudy told me.
Ah, Giuliani. So then you've begun to think about your cabinet? Might I suggest...
Oh, no, we're well on the way of that. No, we've got some tremendous people coming in. We got Reince Priebus for Chief of Staff. We got Bannon. We got Mike Flynn for National Security. Everyone's getting in line.
You might want to take another look at Mike Flynn.
Why? What's wrong with Flynn?
Well, as perhaps you know, we had to let him go as the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency after finding out that his management style was chaotic and disruptive.
No, I haven't run into anything like that in my dealings with him. And everybody tells me he's a fantastic military leader and a very, very good man.
There is mounting evidence that Lieutenant General Flynn's recent interaction with Russia has left him potentially compromised. Donald, I would have some serious concerns about him becoming your national security advisor.
I don't share your concerns, okay, Barack? Now look, Flynn is a patriot who stands up for America. He's going to go after those radical Islamic terrorists heavy, and he doesn't take any crap. I guess that intimidates people like you. Huh?
Look, I would just feel remiss if I weren't to at least caution you about Mike Flynn. Take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, I will. One little grain, okay? And look, It's not like I'm going to be a president with a cabinet. I'm going to be more like a chairman with a board of directors.
But the country...
We're going to be running the country just like a business.
Isn't a Trump subsidiary, Donald. The world looks to us as a shining example of democracy.
No. We've got the biggest bombs and the kick-ass military. That's all the example we need. Now, Mad Dog Mattis agrees with me. We've been led around by the dick for far too long.
I would only hope that diplomacy can factor in there somewhere as well.
Diplomacy. Let's take a look at where you've gotten us with your diplomacy, okay? Now look, the country keeps... It's a total disaster. No, we're surrounded, we're invaded, we're overrun with immigrants. The poor keep getting poorer. We are more pissed off at each other than we've ever been before, and everybody in the world owes us money that they're never going to pay back, okay? Now they're laughing at us like we're doormats. And once I am president, those countries are going to respect us, I can tell you that.
My fear is that you value strength far more than you do cultivating relationships.
Oh, I'm going to be the most forceful president you or anybody else has ever seen. And you and everybody else are going to be sorry you ever doubted me, okay? Now, excuse me. You got any Wi-Fi in here?
Generally speaking, guests can't get online anywhere in the West Wing for security reasons. But I'll grant you access this time to my personal family link, as long as you keep it between us.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, come on.
Okay, use the connection, no access.
No access. Yeah, I like that. All right. No access. No access, and what's the password?
It's Oganja.
Oganja? How do you spell that?
Oganja. It was my nickname in college. I smoked a lot of weed in school.
That's funny.
Michelle wasn't exactly thrilled about my making that the password.
Oh, yeah, well, that's not her call. Her job is to look pretty and to keep her mouth shut.
Actually, the First Lady has a very important role in my administration.
No, trust me. We'll find something tremendous for Melania to do.
I really do think you should consider cutting down on the tweeting, Donald. It's different now that you moved on from the campaign.
Like hell. I've got over 17 million followers on this thing, okay? And every word I write ends up in press headlines all around the world.
Would this be the same purportedly dishonest press that I should tell to fuck off?
Yeah, well, that's why I make my own news with the tweets. I can talk directly to the American people without the dishonest media distorting my message, okay?
It's time to bring the people together, though, Donald. That's a significant piece of your presidential responsibility, to move past division and bridge that gap.
I happen to love conflict, okay? It makes people work hard. Bannon agrees with me. And all that chaos is caused by the dishonest media anyway.
You tend to pour gasoline on the fire, Donald. These protests, we don't...
Look, I'm not even president yet, so none of that is my responsibility. All that is on you.
And I agree. The way it works when you're president is everything ultimately is your responsibility. The blame trickles up. You remember that sign that Truman had on his desk? The buck stops here?
Yeah. Well, when I'm president, I'm going to have a sign that says, the bucks start here.
But Donald, and please, take this in the spirit of concern and brotherhood. You want to preclude any suspicion of corruption.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Breaking off your business ties, Donald. Releasing your tax returns. It's a question of tradition, of transparency. It's about forestalling the appearance of using this office for personal gain.
Yeah, well, thanks for the ethics lecture, okay? But I don't need to justify anything to you, all right? I've already been chosen.
You are absolutely right.
And we're going to keep things going, too, by holding regular rallies on television in front of sellout crowds. We're going to be filing for my 2020 re-election campaign on Inauguration Day. And Kellyanne has already set this national thank you tour that starts in a couple of weeks. It's going to be fantastic, really tremendous.
For the record, Hitler's thank you tour was called the Invasion of Poland.
What?
Let me just remind you that the breadth of this job is more complex than you could ever imagine. Running the country is difficult enough without perpetually campaigning for an office you've already won.
That's not going to be the case in my administration, okay? I'm going to be signing some executive orders, I'll be hiring some people, firing some people, setting up some rallies, and bang, my job is done. And then Pence can go and take care of all the boring crap.
Boring crap, like attending the daily classified security briefings?
Yeah, huge waste of time. I've got a pretty good idea who's threatening us. Now, Pence can go and brief me later if there's anything I need to know, okay?
Well, here's something I bet you don't know, Donald. Before I leave office, I plan to input a new round of sanctions on Russia.
And what would be the reason for that?
Well, your denials aside, our intelligence is virtually certain that Russia was behind the Democratic National Committee Computer Act.
No, I just don't believe that.
Nonetheless, just take it as a heads up that new sanctions are on the horizon, and you and your people should prepare.
Look. Even if the Russians were involved, I don't think Putin himself had anything to do with it, all right?
And I wasn't implying that he did. Just file this away as something that's good to know in advance.
Look, sanctions don't even work, okay? And look, I'm going to put them in the garbage once I'm in, all right?
And that would be entirely your prerogative. I'll have nothing to say about it.
Okay, fine. Thanks for the heads up. Next.
Well, I really do think you would benefit from hearing specifics about your presidential duties.
No. First, I want to ask you a question about you.
Sure thing. Shoot away.
What do you think of me?
Oh,
yeah, well, I'm sure you'd rather be sitting here chatting with Crooked Hillary. You used to work here with her all the time. It's only natural.
Yeah.
You probably hate me, right?
No, Donald. I don't hate you. I also don't doubt your sincerity in wanting what's best for America.
That's true. I am the most sincere, tremendous. What else?
What does it matter what I think of you, Donald? As you pointed out, you've already won. You don't need my endorsement.
I don't know, okay? I just want to know.
Okay. Well, you are clearly a shrewd businessman, certainly extremely ambitious. It's obvious that you are a formidable adversary, but my only concern is my doubts about your disposition and temperament and how they may ultimately impact your fitness in this job.
That is outrageous. I have the best temperament of
Donald,
anyone who's
please,
ever achieved
Donald.
the great.
Hey, it's just you and me here now. No media, no microphones, no adoring crowds. And I seriously didn't invite you here to bullshit me.
I just want you to know I'm incredibly calm and cool, okay?
Really? So is it your incredible calmness or coolness that's behind all those 3 a.m. tweets?
Oh, no, I never tweet about anybody who doesn't deserve it, all right?
Just journalists and private citizens who get under your skin?
Yeah, no one's gonna get away with disrespecting me.
That I can believe.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you what I think about you.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you anyway. I think you're very classy, you're very engaging, you're very interesting. I already like you more than I thought I would.
Well, thank you for that, Donald. What was it that you were expecting to find?
I don't know.
Someone tripping over his own feet?
Maybe.
Someone who's going to try to sell you high premium Obamacare? Or recruit you to ISIL?
No, that was just part of the campaign, okay?
Yeah, I bet you did your homework for this meeting and prepared. That's what smart people do, and you strike me as a smart guy.
Oh, I'm like Totally the smartest. I'm the smartest guy around.
And you're also in amazing shape after going through one of the most grueling campaigns I've ever seen, I've ever witnessed. What stamina! Your health is clearly stellar.
You know, it is.
Yeah.
I feel tremendous, full of energy. Sure. And my doctor says that I'm in tremendous shape as well. You know, he says I'm going to live in my old age, maybe into my 90s, maybe even 100 even.
Yeah, a guy like you wouldn't need health insurance, Donald. But that's not true for most Americans. I was wondering if I might get you to rethink your stance on the Affordable Care Act.
No, I'm sorry. Obamacare's out as soon as I'm in the door, all right.
But do you even know why you'd be doing that?
Yeah, because it's absolutely terrible.
You understand that to even attempt to get rid of the ACA, Donald, you'd have to take medical coverage away from millions of Americans who voted for you.
No, I'm sorry. It's absolutely horrible.
Except that it's not. It's given 20 million people medical insurance who would have otherwise had nothing. Is it perfect? Of course not. But it's so much better than having no insurance at all.
Well, then why do my voters and the GOP hate it so much?
The voters hate it because they're just repeating the lies that they've been told. They don't know they're going against their own interests. As far as the GOP establishment is concerned, it's always been about keeping me from having a victory or a legacy, especially a big one like health care. That and they're sucking up to the insurance companies.
The insurance companies?
Oh, sure. Big time.
Well, that changes everything. I hate the goddamn insurance companies. You know, I lost a class action back in 1984 when they made me pay the premiums for like 1,200 part-time workers at one of my hotels. Cost me millions. Very bad.
Sounds unfair.
Oh, you have no idea. Oh, I hate the goddamn insurance companies. Fuck the insurance companies.
I agree.
Now say it.
Fuck the insurance companies?
Now say it with me. Fuck the insurance companies.
Fuck the insurance companies.
Fuck the insurance companies. Fuck the insurance companies. Fuck the insurance companies.
All right, Donald. So what do you say?
Yeah, well, if it's about the goddamn insurance companies, then all right, I'll see what I can do about Obamacare. I'm not promising, okay?
Thank you, Donald.
Fuck the insurance companies. You know, I gotta say, you're an okay guy, Obama.
That's the nicest thing any Republican has ever said to me.
That's because I'm totally the nicest person.
So we know that you're smart, and we know that you're in great shape. I just know you have what it takes to be a leader, Donald.
Oh, I totally know everything it takes to be the most perfect president. And I'll prove it to you. Go ahead. Quiz me.
Quiz you?
Yeah, quiz me.
Okay, I think I can accommodate that, but first tell me how you stay abreast of current events.
Oh, no. You're not going to Palin me with one of those gotcha questions. No, I saw what NBC did with that nasty Katie Couric setting her up like that.
No, Donald, I'm not trying to set you up. I really just want to know how you stay atop the news.
Okay, well, Fox News, Morning Joe, Access Hollywood.
Got it, okay. What does the acronym NATO stand for?
It stands for a bunch of losers who owe us a bunch of money that they're never going to pay back, okay?
Okay. What do the letters USSR stand for?
No. They stood for a country that was communist, but it was wrong, so they changed it, and now it's totally democratic.
Okay then. What was the name of the first female justice appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court?
Women will always remain on the high court as long as I'm president.
Well, congratulations, Donald. Not how I would have answered those questions, but I'm sure your base would have loved it.
Hey, that's how I got elected.
Yeah. Hey,
all right, now, ask me some more.
Quiz, okay. What was the name of Michael Jackson's personal physician?
Conrad Murray.
Yes! Who was the American college student who was convicted of murder in Italy?
Jane Peterson.
Yes! who pleaded guilty to a $65 billion Ponzi scheme.
Oh, Bernie Madoff.
Yes.
Yeah. He had it made and then he screwed it up. Such an idiot.
Donald, you clearly know plenty of things when you are engaged. My only concern is whether you have the dedication and focus to properly manage this very important job.
Hey, you managed to pull it off, and I have much huger business skills than you, okay?
I really do think it would be to your benefit to have some specifics about your presidential duties, if I may be so bold.
Fill me in.
Great. It's pretty much like this. 6:30, I usually try to slip in a quick workout. At 7:30, I'm in the Situation Room taking a look at proposed strategies for Afghanistan, Iraq. By 8:15, I always meet with my Chief of Staff, and we scope out every moment of the rest of the day until dinner time. At 9:15, I give my wife a quick kiss. At 9:30, I shoot off to Walter Reed to meet with soldiers who've been wounded in service to their country. At 11, I usually receive calls from leaders overseas. After lunch, we make sure that we have...
Okay, I've heard enough. That's it.
Wait. You don't want...
No, I'm fine. I got it. Thanks.
Okay, Donald, if that's how you want it. But note that nowhere in my schedule is there time built in for waving to my door in public or shooting off a few tweets to even up a score.
Oh, well, no. See, that's you. Look, you are so conceited that you think there's only one way to do things because that's the way you did it.
I hear you, Donald. We all do this job in our own way. I'm sure you will bring your own distinct style, to say the least.
Oh, I am going to break the mold of what's possible to be president, okay? From where you're sitting, you and everybody else are not going to recognize what I'm going to do to the image of this office.
So you're going to radically overhaul the presidency, huh? When you're here, it's going to be all about what's best for Trump. Because what's best for Trump is best for America?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
And Donald Trump don't need no stinking intelligence briefings. What do those CIA clowns know that he doesn't? It's just a waste of his valuable time. Time better spent tweeting.
I have got to set these other tweeters straight. Look, there's a lot of tweets out there that are getting it wrong about the popular vote. It's all lies. Very bad.
I hear you, Donald. From what I understand, you're behind by nearly 300,000 votes.
That's a lie. That is absolutely wrong. My people tell me that is not true. Well, no. Once all the popular votes are counted, I'm going to win. And if I don't, it's because the system is rigged, believe me.
Hey, Donald, what are you getting so upset about? The only numbers that truly matter are 290 and 228. That's your current lead in the Electoral College?
Oh, I happen to love the Electrical College, okay? It's fantastic.
But wait a second. 4 years ago, didn't you tweet that it was a disaster and needed to be replaced?
No, that never happened.
We have vetted evidence of your having tweeted it.
Well, fabricated evidence. Look, my people know how corrupt the media is. That's why they only believe what I tell them, okay?
But Donald, surely you can see how dangerous that thinking is. The idea that any piece of news that is inconvenient or uncomfortable or negative has got to be fake. You can form your own opinions, Donald, but you can't just go and make up your own facts.
Facts are what I say they are, okay?
Well, since the truth is now relevant and you've claimed exclusive ownership over reality, why don't we just make everything up? The world is flat. Smoking cures cancer.
No.
The moon is really made of green cheese. Hey. You are a devout Christian. Doesn't matter, right?
Hey, calm down, all right? Look, I'm just saying my people trust me because I give it to them straight, all right?
Talking about giving it to them straight, Donald, I was profoundly surprised by how your birther campaign involving me played out and how the media covered it.
Yeah, well, I would apologize, but that's just the way I conduct war, all right? It was nothing personal.
Nothing personal, no. I wasn't upset that you claimed I was born in Kenya. It's just the fact that the press never picked up on how it was actually true.
Yeah, well, that's the lying media for you. Wait, what?
Yeah, they treated it like it was made up.
Then Breitbart didn't make it up?
No, Donald, but that was your story. Your story alone.
No, whoa. So you're telling me that you are from Kenya, and I was right all along?
Yes, Donald, that's what I'm telling you. You snatched the scoop of the young century, and my Kenyan grandmother was there when I was born, just as you claimed.
You're serious?
Donald! Really? Of course not! You're starting to believe your own bullshit.
What are you saying?
It was an incredibly disrespectful thing for you to keep that absurd myth going for as long as you did. But I had to let it go and move on. So I forgave you.
Well, I don't forgive you.
For what?
For saying that I couldn't handle the nuclear codes. And that I wasn't fit to be president. That was wrong. That was very bad. That went over the line.
Oh,
okay?
you've got to be kidding me.
I never kid about things like that. Oh, and the way you made fun of me at that dinner 5 years ago, that was not good. Because that's why I wanted to be president.
Well,
I wanted to see you eat your words.
Yeah, I know how much that upset you, Donald, but surely you realize that was all in good fun.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible. It was personal. You humiliated me in front of all of Washington, and I had to get my revenge.
Clearly, you got it.
Yeah, well, not quite. I'm gonna throw out every single thing you ever accomplished as president as soon as I'm in the door. Bye-bye! Unless you apologize to me right now.
We both know that isn't going to happen.
Yes, it is.
Donald, stop.
Now
You don't want
apologize
to embarrass
to
yourself
me.
in the context.
Apologize!
Now, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I understand that it's difficult to hear. I know nobody ever says it to you, but the answer is no.
Apology accepted.
You're welcome.
Now you'll know never to fuck with me again. Not about the nuclear codes. And not about the popular vote. And wait, how much am I supposedly behind for Hillary?
300,000, a lot.
I'm gonna catch up with her. All the votes are counted. I'll still win the popular vote. And if I don't, it's because the foreigners and the illegals voted, and they should have voted.
Donald, if you think that undocumented immigrants might cost you the popular vote, have you considered filing a complaint claiming election fraud?
Stupid, failing New York Times keeps printing fake information.
Donald, the press ultimately keeps us honest in this job. If there's impropriety, they seek it out. But if you constantly insult and badger and threaten them, they're only going to come after you harder.
No, you got it wrong, Barack. You got it backwards, okay? The press is easy to train if you know how to do it in the right way. You just have to show them who's boss.
I honestly don't see them backing off, Donald, especially when it comes to your tax returns or your relationship with Putin, and it's the public that's driving the coverage.
Not only the liberal shitheads who even care about that! Look, my people, they don't even wonder. And you know why? Because they are loyal. They're incredibly loyal. Now, I happen to love the poorly educated because they're loyal as hell, and that is everything to me!
All right. Let's take a breath. I would love to find out what your plan is for your first 100 days in office, Donald. We've gathered that those first initial 14 weeks are really the most important in determining the direction your administration takes.
Yeah, well, I actually have tried to come up with a plan for this.
Okay.
I'm going to blow everybody's mind by keeping all my promises right off the bat. It'll be tremendous.
Well, that's the goal, of course, but it's easy to promise and much tougher to actually deliver.
No, I'm actually going to do it, okay? Look, push through the deal for the Mexican wall, push through the Muslim ban, smash ISIS. It's all going to get done right away. No excuses, no fucking
My
around.
feet were held to the fire for every one of my campaign pledges, Donald, from ending the war in Afghanistan to halting our dependence on oil in the Middle East to closing Guantanamo. I couldn't get any of those things done no matter how hard I tried.
Well, you know why that is, don't you?
Because one party was determined to see me fail.
Yeah. Well, the Republicans had it out for you from the beginning.
Yep.
Because they couldn't stand to see a black guy calling the shots.
I find that a bit simplistic. I think that the persistent obstruction that I faced was due to a combination of factors, Donald. Race certainly being one of them. I had high hopes for a bipartisan relationship with Congress, but I quickly realized they weren't going to give me a chance. I kept reaching my hand across the aisle, and they kept slapping it back. But politics is a dirty business, Donald. I think they would have done that even if I were white.
Yeah, well, the good news is you'll go down in history as a great black American.
You mean like Don King?
Exactly.
I prefer Frederick Douglass myself.
That's the Fredericks of Hollywood guy.
No, Donald. No.
No, it doesn't matter. Listen, Barack, do you have any contacts in Hollywood? You know, somebody high up?
Oh, sure, one or two.
Yeah. How about Lorne Michaels?
You mean the Saturday Night Live guy?
Yeah.
Yes, I've met him.
Yeah, well, you may remember that I hosted that thing just last year, and now all they do is trash me, all right? Have you seen the way Alec Baldwin portrays me?
Yeah.
It's totally unwatchable, right?
I honestly haven't watched it lately, Donald.
Yeah, well, you're lucky because it's totally unwatchable. It's not funny in the least.
Yeah.
It's so terribly sad.
I hear you. But what do you want me to do about it? Free speech and expression are protected by that First Amendment.
Well, it shouldn't be because what they're doing is just mean.
Here's the thing, Donald. You're a celebrity, so they can make fun of you with relative impunity, but if you want my advice, it would be to ignore it. They are poking fun at the office. They satirize you because you're poised to become the most powerful man in the world.
The most powerful.
The most. And it's your power that they're going after, Donald. SNL, they're just jealous that you made it this far. They can't believe it.
That's got to be it, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody compares with you right now, Donald.
Nobody.
SNL knows it,
Yeah.
so they feel like they have to take you down a peg. But it's not hate they're throwing at you, Donald. It's love.
Love.
Love, respect.
Respect?
Respect. They
Respect.
wouldn't talk about you if they didn't respect you, Donald.
Respect.
Respect. R-E-S.
PCET.
Yes. Yes, Donald. Yeah.
You're still going to talk to Lorne Michaels and tell him to knock that shit off?
Sure, I will do my best.
Thank you.
But I was hoping that you would do something for me. Donald.
Well, that depends. Is it a big favor or a little one?
Kind of big.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I was wondering how you took care of that.
Oh, yeah, you got to keep after this to keep it looking perfect. Sometimes I have to do this every half hour.
Anyway, I was wondering if I could get you to rethink your stance on gun control.
No. That's not a big favor. That's impossible.
Just hear me out, Donald. I consider this the greatest failure of my presidency. I couldn't get Congress to budge on it, not even after Colorado, or San Bernardino, or Orlando, or Sandy Hook.
Oh, Sandy Hook. Jesus. All those little kids. Look, I'd like to ban the big weapons, all right? But the gun nuts would have my balls, all right?
Yeah, but you have influence over these people. Donald, no one in Congress can oppose you now. You are the only one who can stand up to the NRA in the name of common sense and decency.
I am the only one.
The only one, and God forbid, what if one of these lunatics with an automatic weapon were to threaten the lives of your children or grandchildren? Of you! Yeah, okay, Donald. The only way to guard against that kind of tragedy is to take the guns out of the hands of the criminals.
You're still going to talk to Lorne Michaels and tell him to knock that shit off?
Yes, Donald,
all right,
I will.
Maybe. All right, maybe. That's all I can say.
That is all I can ask.
You know, I got to say, this is a perfect example of why you've been such a failure as president, okay? You got to make everything so goddamn complicated. No. Look, take global warming, for example, all right? Now look, the Earth's been around for billions of years, and I don't think a rise in a couple of degrees is going to make everything go underwater.
So now that the seas are rising and some streets in Miami, not too far from your golf course, are flooding on sunny days, and it's salt water that's coming out of the ground, does that sound like a myth? Just pretending it isn't a problem doesn't mean it isn't.
Oh no, I do that all the time. No, I do that all the time. I block out stuff that I don't like, stuff that I think is crap. And somehow it all goes away. You ought to try it sometime. It's really fantastic.
Right. Knock it out of your head.
Yeah.
So, is that your plan on destroying ISIL?
Oh, no. We are going to destroy those radical Islamic terrorists, and we have a plan, and it's a great plan.
Great. I'd love to hear it.
Well, it's going to be fast, and it's going to be deadly.
Sure.
And I can't tell you any more details than that because it would get out and ISIS would hear about it. Very stupid. Yeah.
But you can tell me, Donald, because, I mean, I'm the president. If you entrusted me with your secret plan, maybe we could get in there and take these guys out before they do any more damage.
No, I'm afraid I just can't do that.
You do have a plan, don't you?
Yes, we have a plan.
Then why can't you tell me?
Because I can't.
Oh. Donald! Dude! Come on, you can do better than that.
No, I'm afraid I can't.
Really? You're just gonna pussy out on me like that? I got an idea. Why don't we pretend we're in the locker room? Anything goes here. You can say whatever you want.
We're taking down Pocahontas.
Wait, you mean Senator Warren?
Yeah, her.
How do you mean taking down?
We're going to pre-destroy her so she doesn't have a chance in 2020, in case she decides to run for president. Yeah, all we have to do is rail about what a whack job she is. It'll be easy.
It's a little early. That's your party's MO, isn't it? To take a false narrative and drive it over and over until it's somehow accepted as fact, like with Hillary and our private server in Benghazi?
Mm-hmm. It's going to work like a charm on the Indian chick.
Well, I'm sure Senator Warren can handle whatever smear campaign you throw against her. Remember, she has a Twitter account too.
Yeah, well, she's going to handle that about as well as crooked Hillary did, won't she?
Well, I hope you're wrong about that.
Haven't you learned? I'm never wrong, okay? And meanwhile, you can't even handle a stupid little shit like Kim Jong, what's his name?
You mean Kim Jong-un?
Mm-hmm. We need to nuke him off the face of the earth.
You can't honestly believe that.
Sure I do. Look, what if he comes up with a missile that's capable of reaching the United States and he hits us first, what do we do then?
Now
It's
look,
too late.
Donald, first strike aggression simply isn't the way to deal with a totalitarian regime.
No. See, all that kid gloves crap makes us look one way. Weak. And it tells Commie Kim that we're chicken shit, okay? And South Korea needs to stop being such crybabies.
The South is a bulwark against Northern
bulwark. Don't
as well
give
as a
me
country
bulwark.
that is in need of our protection.
No, I say screw them, okay? We pull our military out and we give them some nukes to defend themselves. That way, they're no longer our responsibility. I mean, Japan too, hell, give them all nukes. They're all over there
That
anyway.
flies directly in the face of the movement to disarm.
Yeah,
Donald.
I don't want to disarm. I want to expand. You can't uncreate these things. Look, the only idea that makes any sense is more nukes and better nukes than anybody else.
If you view the use of a nuclear weapon as even a last resort, Donald, it's always going to be there in the back of your mind. So if someone sends you a tweet that makes you angry, you might think that's sufficient cause for launching.
That little shit needs to be China's problem and not ours, okay? They need to handle
But
it.
that
And if
strategy
they don't,
won't
there's going to be
work.
consequences.
The strategy won't work because China has only modest influence over Kim and his regime.
See, that's my point. You take them out, you bomb before they have a chance to bomb us.
Then you've launched World War III.
Well, I happen to be very okay with the idea of nuclear war. You just got to use the nukes in a smart way at the right time is all.
You understand that as President of the United States, you command some 4,000 nuclear devices, which you alone are empowered to launch.
And I take that responsibility very, very seriously.
You also realize that people are deathly afraid that a man of your volatile disposition is in control of the fate of the world.
Oh, yeah? Well, here's what I say to those people. Don't worry about it. I'd never use that option unless I had a very, very good reason. Okay? So, we've talked about nukes.
So what kind of music do you listen to, Don? Hey, I'd peg you for a Tony Bennett or Sinatra kind of guy.
Well, once I'm in here, I guess we can have anybody we want come do a concert. We could probably even get that last Beatle.
Actually, there are two of them still alive, Donald. Did you mean Paul or Ringo?
I meant Paul, okay?
Yeah.
Paul. He can come and he can play. We wouldn't even have to pay him, probably.
Yeah, he could play all those great Beatles tunes, like Baby You're a Rich Man, Back in the USSR, The Fool on the Hill, I'm Looking Through You, Nowhere Man, Run for Your Life.
No. Here's a better idea. Now that I'm president, I can get Bruce Springsteen. He can come and sing Born in the United States.
Actually, he played a concert for us a couple years ago, Donald, at the inauguration. I honestly don't think yours tight, Donald.
No. Springsteen's too old. Codger. Stupid idea.
I'm sure Ted Nugent would be glad to play.
He probably would. He always brings the hottest women with him, too.
Not quite done objectifying the babes yet, huh?
Hey, nobody treats women better than me.
You must be. Nobody's better at grabbing the lady parts than you.
All right. Quit laughing. I'm serious here.
That's
all
why
right?
I'm laughing.
All right, fine. Laugh all you want to. I have the greatest respect for women. It was amazing when that video came out, okay? God, I thought I was done for. And all those lying bitches came out of nowhere.
So none of what they said was actually true?
I'm not going to say none. All right, yeah. Technically, all of it was true, okay? No, but look, hey, there was plenty of women who didn't mind, and they came back for more, huh? It's like I said in the video, once you're famous, they love you for it.
And you sound like you're proud of that.
Hey, it's a kick to be desired by so many beautiful women.
And that's the way you think of it. You're just a regular Donald Juan.
What can I say? I'm a stud.
Well, what about your wife?
Melania? Well, she won't even be here. She'll be over in New York. It's none of her business.
Bravo. Bravo! Mr. and Mrs. America, take a look at your new hero.
What are you saying?
What am I saying? What am I saying? I can't believe one American voted for you, let alone millions.
No. When they counted the popular vote, all the real Americans will have voted for me once you knock out all the illegals.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, that's wonderful. What kind of proof do you have for that, Don?
I have proof.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, proof. Like the irrefutable proof that Russia hacked the DNC, which you steadfastly refuse to acknowledge.
Oh, well, that's very interesting, okay? Because my people tell me it could have been China or India. Or even North Korea. Okay, but hey, if you're so sure the Russians were behind it, why don't you grow a pair and confront Putin yourself, Captain Courageous?
Oh, you've already cornered the market on courage, Donald, when you made fun of that handicapped reporter.
That never happened.
Once again, we are asked to believe you rather than our own eyes and ears. But global warming was created by the Chinese to undercut U.S. manufacturing, he tweeted. Oh no, never said that.
Oh no, well say anything you want to, pal, because I want.
Oh right, you win and the system works. You don't and it doesn't.
Now you're starting to get it.
Oh well, thank goodness, Donald. I so look forward to your approval, just as you do Vladimir's.
Oh, you are so jealous of Putin because compared to him, you're nothing, pal!
We both know what he has on you, Donald!
Now look, I stand up for America. And for once, there's gonna be a real man in the White House!
A real man? That's rich. You're just a Trojan horse that the Republicans rode in on to work their way back into power. You are the useful idiot that they deployed to engineer their hostile takeover of D.C. First chance your buddies get, they will dump you.
Dump me?
Dump me?
Bullshit! They respect me, and they never respected you.
Hold on to that respect illusion for as long as you can, Donald. Pretty soon it's going to be the only thing you have left. You and your racist cronies.
Oh, you are so sure that the world is so against you because of the color of your skin. Well, I'm not going to make excuses, pal. I'm going to make history.
History! I'm the first black president, motherfucker! There's your history!
Kellyanne said you'd come at me like that. That's just what you people do.
You people, I'm the President of the United States of America, and you people still think that I'm that scary black guy who hotwired the country and drove off with it.
Oh, now you're just groveling at straws.
That is your second misuse of the word groveling. Oh, Lord, have mercy! The Emperor have no vocabulary.
Well, I managed to get my message across just fine, Harvard boy!
Oh, ouch! Oh! You got me, Donald. Yeah, I am a Harvard law grad. I'm always trying to play that smart card. Donald, you have burned every bridge that you've ever crossed and defiled and belittled every partnership, every relationship, every marriage that you have ever had. You are a malignant narcissist.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a billionaire, okay? I'm married to one of the world's most beautiful women, and I won the presidency fair and squares!
Willing to give you a chance here today, Donald. I really was. I thought it was the least I could do to prepare America for whatever the hell it was that you were going to try and sell it. But clearly I wasn't up to the job.
Yeah, well, you were never up to the job.
Says the man who filed for bankruptcy 6 times.
4! It was only 4! The first 3 counted as 1!
Well, then we're agreed that you're a failure and a fraud. We're just haggling over the extent.
Says the man who created ISIS! Which means you're an enemy of the American people! And screw you! I'm hiring Flynn!
Oh, Donald, we have recklessly ceded power of a superpower to a teenager with attention deficit disorder.
Okay, fine. This meeting is over. Just wasted
When the going gets tough,
an hour
the tough get tweeted.
and a half
Right, Mr. Macho?
with the gutless president. Sad.
That's all right, Donald. You've already wasted your campaign with petty spats and reprisals. It'd be crazy for you to pretend to have some substance now.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Well, it wasn't a waste, Barack, because I won!
Two minutes, Mr. President.
Okay, Randall. Thank you. Well, so much for niceties and cordialities.
Yeah. Just when everything was starting to get fun.
Ain't that always the way?
You know, I had a gift for you and everything.
Really?
Yeah. Still like to give it to you.
Well, you look at that. It's
A Trump University pen. Solid gold plating. Very, very valuable. Probably worth thousands.
Well, thank you very much, Don. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. You have that talk with Lord Michaels. That's how you can thank me.
And you'll talk with the NRA?
Oh, yeah, sure. Right.
It's time, Mr. President. Mr. Trump.
Donald, it's been staggeringly awkward and infuriating. But nevertheless, I look forward to our next conversation. Because that's how this works.
Yeah, well, I'll just have to take your word for that.
Wait a second, Donald. Actually, I just want to see something.
What?
Would you raise your hand again?
Why?
I just want to see something.
Oh, my God.
That's okay, Shorty. I'll keep this between the two of us. Fucking idiot. Oops. go high.
Yes, sir.
Well, I just had the opportunity to have an excellent conversation with President-elect Trump. It was wide-ranging. We talked about some of the organizational issues in setting up the White House. We talked about foreign policy. We talked about domestic policy. And as I said last night, my number one priority in the coming 2 months is to try to facilitate a transition that ensures our president-elect is successful.
We discussed a lot of different situations, some wonderful and some difficulties. I very much look forward to dealing with the president in the future.
And most of all, I want to emphasize to you, Mr. President-elect, that we now are going to want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds.
Everybody chilling in the house. Yeah, it's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. Fear the divide. Yeah, fear the divide. Presidential foolery, none of it looking cool to me. They thinking they look smart, they looking like a fool to me. I wonder who will be one that ain't cruelty, treated egos like they valuable as jewelry. The divide. Can't think of a stronger word describing the result of this fucking hate-monger. Worst part is, he's truly a conqueror. Evil is trumping good, so much we withstood. Don't think I could really take much more. Democrats, Republicans, both sides are sore. Continuously, each other we deplore. Egotistic in our core. Can you hear the roar of the rebellion? It's so unintelligent, separated our gun policies and illegal aliens. Seems like our core values have died. Leaders unite, instead it's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. It's the divide. It's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. Fear the divide. Yeah, fear the divide. Presidential evil and always being deceitful. Your policies feeble, you're killing your own people. Giving the whole country a highly lethal needle. You a cancer to the nation. Somebody give us chemo. How can you blame a young man for being bitter when you threaten his rights? Then go type it on Twitter. Blocking the borders, building a dumb wall. Obama's really gone, he left us with y'all. But I ain't deterred, I'm just flipping the bird on this turned down dump. Listen to my words, we Americans are side takers. Lines blurred, all this recently occurred, got us feeling unheard. Word is a misdirection. If I can't help but suspect a rigged election, I'm up against the fence. Feel suspense, real tense, cause my vice president, Mike Pence, America need a cleanse. Brewing for a storm, and now that it's heating up, we ignoring global warming. Losing my damn energy, denying humanity when we deny refugee combat. With left wing and right wing, bald eagle got two clip wings and might bring us crashing to the ground. Values have died, leaders unite, instead it's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. It's the divide. It's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. Fear the divide. Yeah, fear the divide. Fuck these billionaires. We can agree on that one, not agree on something else. See, I'm thinking we should swallow our pride more often. I can't solve it. This brawling and need solving, hating on each other. Why we so separated? Need to get all this bias eliminated. Seems like our core values have died. Leaders unite instead. said it's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. It's the divide, y'all. Yeah, it's the divide. Every state across the states will collide. Everybody wanna hate and take a side. Fear the divide. Yeah, fear the divide. Thank you.